Good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's keep adding to this update for the magic mod. Let's keep at it. A lot of good stuff in this update. Alruna, hello. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day, although I'm thinking about my day tomorrow already. I'm gonna be on the road for like 4.5 hours, work-related stuff. It's, you know, it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. But, we'll see. We'll see. Should be an alright day otherwise. Okay, so let's see. Let me pull up the list. What other things am I going to add to this update? I put in the new Ritual of Decay. I still need to add that stuff to the guide. Get some pictures in there. Whenever the AC gets fixed, I will. Man, a non-work. You know, it's funny. I usually like live in front of the AC. There have been times now I'm losing some weight here, and there have been times where I'm like, you know what? I know it's hot outside, but I don't think I need the AC right now. Either it's from me losing weight, or it's because I'm too cheap. I don't know. I don't know which one it is, but one of those things. You know, maybe in the back of my mind, I sit there and think, like, well, if I don't run the AC now and cannot do it for the day, maybe that money can go towards getting a new webcam. Oh, and my cat Maisie thinks I'm talking too loud. Let me open the door for her. God, my one cat always gets so offended whenever I start talking. I don't know, unless I'm talking to her. If I'm looking at her, I'm like, Maisie. She, like, rolls over like a dog. But God forbid I talk. Not in her direction. It's like an attack. Alright, so let me take a look here. Let me start adding some stuff. So yeah, I need to... Well, I do need to do some of the stuff for the magic chalk here. Let's kind of take a look. So there's the new Sigil of Decay. I think I'm going to move the Sigil of Decay to be the first thing. Potentially. You know what? No, actually, I kind of like where it is. I like that this is the first thing that you kind of do. And then this is like a separation. But you know what? This may actually be better being first. Shift those down. Maybe I'll do that. But I have the Sigil of Decay, and I also have the Sigil of Resonance as well. That's because she loves you. Hey, Vexes. I don't know. I think she sees me as a source of food. Food, water, litter, and then they have a new toy now. So really she kind of corrals me to the places that she wants me to interact with. So she'll like meow at me continuously and have me like, she'll plop in front of the toy to like turn it on when it's like touch activated, right? Like I see it's blinking. I'm like, Maisie, just put your paw, like lay a little closer to it and it will turn on by itself. But no, I gotta be the one to walk over and just kind of tap my foot on it and it starts up. She'll like corral me into the cat room to like, and she'll like go to the food, eat, and then keep like looking back at me to make sure I'm still there and then continue eating. Like, come on, man. She wants you to play. No, she doesn't. If I get close, she'll run. She's a scaredy cat. She's a bush dweller. She's playing The Sims. You are the Sim. Oh, that's great. This cat I don't think is highly intelligent. We'll just say that. A lot of times, like, she kind of has like a dopey look on her face. Well, like her tongue's like sticking out and she doesn't realize it. Look at things like it's all confusing. It's like, Maisie, it's calm down. Been in this house for how many years, and you know, I just don't understand. All right, let's keep adding stuff. So I have my rituals, right? The new rituals. This one's actually good to go. You put down hay bales, you kind of put down the runes, regular torches, and you can create rot with this. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to move this to the first position, though. So we're going to do that. So I need magic chalk. Item magic chalk. It's kind of annoying the way you have to do this. Bush dweller, that sounds familiar, yeah. The cat whisperer. She's a bush dweller. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to reorganize it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think the rest of this is alright. Right, because then that code would be fine. Scroll further down. Right, it would just be registering it with a kind of agnostic name. And then a little further down. Yeah, so right there it would... That's all I have to do. Bam! Let's turn that sound down. I don't need the wrath of Zeus blaring in my ears. Get him, Thor! Alright, there we go. So now Sigil of Decay is slot 1. Kind of spot test some of those. Yep. Alright, so it's writing the correct stuff. Perfect. Alright, so we got our Sigil of Decay. This one I'm fine. The resonance can be right there because the Sigil of Warding, Grace, and Resonance are going to kind of be the 3 talismans anyways. This one's not even remotely done. I just decided while I was putting in the Sigil of Decay, I would create a symbol for it and kind of get it in to some degree. But yeah, that doesn't do anything yet, and the Sigil of Grace needs to be changed as well. Really, they all need to follow this format, so they need to be able to spawn a block. But I'll get to that. Let's look at the guidebook, because that's the next thing I have to do. I have to kind of create an entry for the guidebook for this new ritual. I think people would appreciate that. Alright, so rituals, you know, it's literally, I have to shift everything down 1 page. Because it would only make sense to have the first ritual here to create rot. And then shift it all down. So... oh, God, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright, let's do it. I gotta do it now while I still have the heart to do it. Guidebook. It's gonna be such a pain. Okay, so that's meditation discoveries. Here we go. General information. That's not what I want. I want the section on rituals. Page 3, so this is going to be the world essence. I need to do a copy and paste. Let's see, I got a couple things to change here. The first thing is this. This needs to be the sigil, or the ritual of decay. And then I believe I need to change this to Ritual of Decay. Decay. And there we go. That should be... You know what? I think I remember this being a pain in the ass, and then I changed it in the last rewrite, so it may not be as annoying as it used to be. We'll put the config option in there. Save. Now all of this has to be bumped up, right? So this would be... let me just pop this out so I can see more. So this would be 5, this would be 7, and this would be 9. This would be 11, this would be 13, whoops, 13. This would be 15, this would be 17. This would be 19, this would be 21, this would be 23. My god, how many pages do I have? This would be 25, be 27, this would be 29. Jesus Christ, 31, 33, there we go. And then I can have this else statement, so... Actually, I could get rid of some of this stuff because it never hits these. I think I was preserving these. So let's do // We'll just comment those out. There we go. And then for this, I can just have really, if this is greater than or equal to, like, 3, that's when the first real page over starts. And I'll probably never have to change this again. Honestly, I don't even have to have the else if. It could literally just be an else, since this is a nested if statement. Alright. Save. Now what I need to do, I gotta shut down the game for this. I need to add the new texture, and then I need to shift. I believe I have to shift the textures. Nope, I don't. Oh, thank you, Pass Vice, you smexy genius, you. You do care. So I have to create something new. This I could just call, Ritual of Decay. This man is getting a raise. You know what? I should buy this man a pizza. There's actually a place that opened up I saw last night when I was kind of doom scrolling, kind of waiting to get tired for bed. There's a place around here that opened up recently that has, like, Detroit-style pizza. I totally want... I feel like I've had a lot of crappy, you know, imitations of a Detroit-style pizza. Where, like, you know, these people never... You know they never actually... You know, they don't know what a Detroit style pizza really is. They're just saying it is. Go. But I totally think I totally think this weekend I'm trying it out. Sup, Vice? Hey, hello, Lag Monster. How you doing? Kellis Smith the dog. What would you do if I gave you $10K? You know what I would do? I would buy the ingredients to make a nice homemade lasagna for myself. That's what I would do with it. You would be feeding me lasagna as if I were Garfield. How you doing? Oh, okay. Let me just save this. Now let's hop back in the game. Let's do this. What would you do for a Klondike bar? All right, let's see. I hope everything is working. The guide used to be so annoying to expand and shuffle pages around. Let's see. Okay, nothing's localized. That's fine. But I got the new symbol. I got the new image. We got some form of text here. And then looks like the next page is World Essence. I have to go through all of this. Kind of keep going. All right, so we can get up to page 33, right? Yo, still no face cam? Yeah, I don't know. It's not working again. I just need... You know what? You know what I would get? I would get lasagna and a new webcam. That's what I would get. I think this webcam just doesn't care. It's looking at me too, like the lights say, like it looks like it's on. But I know that's dirty little secret. It's not on. I know. It's trying to trick me. Can't trick me. All right, so let's get some localization in here. Localization, and we're gonna hop back up to the top because I believe, yeah, I need to change this to Ritual of Decay. That's why there was some text there on that second page. All right, so if I come back, that's what I should be seeing. All right, now I have to actually populate this. Right? We actually have to write something intelligible in here. Lull people into a false sense of security that I know what I'm talking about. Ritual of World Essence. Here we go. So I'm just going to copy the Ritual of World Essence. We are going to... There we go. I'm going to paste it into here. And now we have to change some stuff, right? This is going to be Ritual of Decay. And we're going to have to change the name here. I kind of like the sound of Ritual of Decay. I feel like it really fits. This ritual fuses magical energies to create rot, right? It's what it creates. This should probably be item-rot. Just in case people don't know what rot is, I'll put a nice little key in there. And I'll say, to create rot, which is... You know, I don't really have to describe to you that rot's, like, important to magic, right? I don't really have to go all Shakespeare and start typing in all these words. Just know that it creates rot. That's all you need to know. So the burnt sienna is going to be a torch, and then I need to get the... I believe this is going to be block-hay-normal-ud. We're going to pop off the search. This is going to be the hay block. Going to require one primordial fragment. Alright, let's copy this. Paste it in here. Ritual of Decay! Why is it saying it's unhappy with this? What is it missing? Oh. There we go. Alright, we're gonna save, fireball this in. We're gonna do .reload lang. And we're gonna navigate off the page and hop back on. There we go. Ritual that creates rot. There's your rot. The hay block. There's your hay block. Now I have to actually color things in here. Recovering from work, watching, but still want to make those tentacles withering around on the ground for you. I totally... You don't have to worry about that at all right now, because I'm not even close to putting in the taint system that I want to. The way my overall plans are going, keep kind of... Right now, I'm just recovering from the 1.21 stuff. So any bugs or anything people are getting, any quality of life stuff, that's my focus right now. And then, around pretty soon, right, we're gonna have the wyverns up and out, and then I will be able to not only push that mod out, but I'm gonna use that to get the wyverns in the magic mod and bring up the magic wyverns, and then I'm gonna get into the boss fights and summoning the bosses. And then it's gonna be after that, then I have the summoning system, and then I want to bring in that taint system. So it's... You got plenty of time. I won't be using that model anytime soon. The what system? Oh, what are you talking about? Which system? I just listed a bunch of top secret stuff about this mod. I do like a bunch of skeletal hands from the ground for the ritual of rot. Oh, I got you. I could probably render stuff like that the way the ritual is. That would be kind of cool, though. That'd feel very like Necromancer, right? Where it's like the skeletal arms coming up. It would be more like an AoE slow, right? Or root spell. Grabbing at the player. Are we having the taming system and the wyvern mod, or is it going to be separate? Well, the taming system's already in, right? Not taming, but the command wheel and stuff. I'm deciding what to do. I like the idea of like a wheel, but that may actually be annoying to do. Wheel, like circular math, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks a little bit. I could easily just make like a GUI, right? A custom GUI to, you know, to have you pick like aggressive or, you know, whatever the stance is. It's not necessarily gonna be a wheel. I was just poking fun at Taint because my mind has never left the gutter. Have you ever played ViesCraft? Because that's a pretty good idea how I want my Taint system to be. The Taint. And I may end up calling it something else. May not be Taint. But it could be Taint. Okay, I think for the most part, it would be a safe bet to be able to copy a lot of this over onto here. Copy, paste. I have not. Oh, you are in for a treat. So, to kind of go along the lines of, like, the Rust world and Decay and, you know, like, what it actually means in the lore of the game, I want instances where, through maybe a failure, through maybe a specialty rift that opens up, what it does is it's going to change the blocks around it and spread this taint. When you step in it, it's going to be bad for you. The taint is going to spawn creatures from it as well. Specific creatures, like there'll be like tendrils and whatnot. And then at the center, it's going to be kind of like an Eye of Sauron rift that opens up. And the goal is you gotta shut those things down. You could use transmutation to clear up the taint. And it's gonna be kind of like a little mini event. Taint can spread. So if you get to it early, it's not as bad, but the more aggressive the taint spreads, the more reward you will get. God damn! Look at that. It's so rainy here. There we go. Okay. I was doing that. So that's what it is. Peter Griffin laugh every time Vice says taint. The taint. You know, I'm just gonna say it. You know, 12-year-old brain. There we go. Perfect and perfect. So that's what it looks like. What is the color here? That's kind of, what would you call that? Like a tan? Like a dark tan? Probably a dark tan color. Alright, let's... You know what I could do to kind of get the right color? And there we go. Alright, so let's take a screenshot of this. Boop. Copy. We're going to open up Paint. New. Paste. I'll get the color picker. Bam. There it is. Who needs to play by the rules? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's going to be the image. We're going to save that. I'm going to reload the game so it can reload all my images. Ah, fun. My very first Spellforge thing was a failure, so I am sure to see some taint. I kind of... And at first, I want... I will have like the individual kind of taint. The main idea too is that if you ever played the MMO Rift, the game wasn't that great for a lot of reasons, but one thing it did that was really cool was had like the elemental rifts that would like randomly open up. And then if the rift wasn't closed in a while, like the rift would get stronger and more creatures would spawn from that rift and then make a foothold. And then you would see, like, little armies kind of coming out and, like, going up the roads, and they would actually go to the establishments where your quests were, and then they would, like, drive the NPCs away, and then it would be, like, a big, you know, zone-wide event where it's, like, all these fire rifts are now spawning, and you have to, like, bounce around the map to, like, close all these rifts and then kill the boss that comes out. So that's where the original inspiration came with. Look, I constantly deal with an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old brains, and I deal with a lot of it. So this is not new. This is not new. Alright, let's take a look here. So that is that. So it's not gray, right? I can say dark tan, right? Guess I'll just say dark tan. If anyone asks, I'll be like, I don't know colors. You know white. You know the other colors. Just fill in the blanks. This is on you. There we go, dark tan. Stares at me, an artist. Yeah, that's right, Vexus. What would you say that color is? Aged booger, right? That's unpleasant. Just fucking puke. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. No one wants to see that kind of color. But you know what? For the Ritual of Decay, it's faded goldenrod. Is that really it? Alruna, are you good with colors? Can we get a confirmation? I'll call it that. Although, Do I run the risk of having people, like, ask me, what the hell's goldenrod? Why isn't it gold? It's called goldenrod. Oh, man. I was joking. Oh, okay. You sound legit, though. Oh, it's like the Bob Ross, right? Persian white. Phthalo blue. Or whatever they are. Alright. So, that should be good now. So at least the ritual is in. All the links work. This isn't really a complex ritual. Creates rot. That's all it does. We do have to center Ritual of Decay, though. Gotta center that title. So let's kind of do this. Reload lang. Navigate off the page and back to it. Nope, needs to be pushed out a little bit more. Alright, save, fireball. Reload, back. Oh, too far. Boop. There we go. Bam, bam. Perfect. That looks pretty good. Darkerly, where's his handsome face? Damn it. It's right here, you just can't see it. You know what? Webcam, read chat. Need to start working, pulling your weight around here. Annoying enough that every time it comes up that, trying to get a microphone, it's defaulting to this stupid webcam instead of the Yeti that I got here. He's hiding, I must have scared him. It's on my list of things to get. Twitch doesn't pay a good salary, you know what I mean? Like, those ads run whenever they feel like running. You don't really see webcam buying money from that. Alright. So that is good. We can get rid of that. Let's come up here. Add the new rituals to the guidebook. I'm gonna break this out. Because really I need to do it for both rituals. Right here. So it's done for this one. So the Ritual of Resonance, right? Ritual of Grace, those two things I could start working on. Or I don't think I'm gonna do this one. Make the growth spell affect Rift Blooms. And do you know why? Because I'm kind of lazy right now. I would have to I would have to do extra work to like get in. Ah, God, yeah. Should I do it? Should it like push forward the time at least a little bit? Should I do it? I'll leave it to others. I don't have to. I don't know if that would be a little too overpowered. You know what I mean? Like, why bother? This is actually a good point. Why bother opening up rifts and doing anything like that if you could just spam the growth spell and instantly grow all of these plants? Because it's not like a crop where it's going to take like 14 days, or a tree that's going to take like 26 days, in-game days. Right? And the other growth spells have like AoE to them as well. For now, I'm just gonna put it down here. Push it down. Making the entry level mana accessories craftable. I'm gonna push that down too. That may actually disrupt the balance. Look at the derpy portal spell not teleporting. You know what? That doesn't exist to me right now. Make mana infusion be triggered when not full at mana. Why don't we attack that first? I think that would be a pretty decent quality of life thing for people. That way, you don't have like 300 mana, and just because you're not full on mana, you can't make a new wand. That's kind of crappy. So we could work on that next. Oh, and there's not a lot of people watching, but I'll show you something. I'm gonna show you all something here. You see these? You break them, they disappear, right? Well, I made it to where if you use the dig spell, boom! If you use magic, you could pick these things up. If you try and break it any other way, you lose it forever. And I'm not gonna draw a lot of attention to that. I'm gonna see who reads the change logs and who notices that now it says disappear if broken without magic. Vice Lion, you don't want to show us his studness. Yeah, right. I think people are. I'll probably get more people watching because the camera's not on. You know, sometimes you kind of look at like, look at this doofy motherfucker. I just came here to look at some modding. What's this guy always smiling for? He has teeth? What? Oh, man. Nah, I love seeing you. Yeah, you hear that, webcam? You hear that? You're a late night decision, like spur of the moment decision away of being like thrown in the garbage. You know, it's gonna be one of these nights I'm gonna be like laying down and I'll be, you know, all right, I'll just buy a new webcam. do like a 2 a.m. you know, Amazon Prime order. And then the best part is when I forget that I did that, and like a day or two later, like I'll get a package and I'm like, the fuck is this? Like, I didn't buy anything. Oh, it's actually, last time I did that, I ended up with a Lego Charizard. Oh man. All right, so let's take a look at this. Mana infusion. Make mana infusion trigger when not at full mana. So I have to rethink this a little bit, because what's gonna happen is you need to be in meditation, right? But then while you're in meditation, if you have low mana, you're gonna keep accumulating mana. So is that okay? If you are trying to just change an item, like should I have it to where you don't regain mana but you're in meditation? That seems kind of lame, right? Because I got a stick in my hand and I'm not regaining mana through meditation. I think there'd be a lot more checks. That'd be more annoying. So I'll just kind of keep it to where let's hop in first. I'll keep it to where you will regain mana as you are using the mana infusion. Magic knowledge. Let's look at meditation. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, that was it. Hold on. Previous. Here we go. Run meditation logic. Brought me to it. Now, that's the meditation check. This is the meditation regen. I think it's in the regen. Okay, here it is. Yep, it was in the regen. So, if current mana is greater than or equal to max mana, that's going to be the first thing I gotta cut out, right? So each second I do a check. And I'm going to check to see if you are actively meditating. And then your main hand item has to be something. Has to be one of these things. And your current mana needs to be greater than or equal to the required mana, which is right here. Do I have this twice? Okay, no. That is one type of check here. That's just for the message. And this is a different check that looks at different things. And then I start the counter. Oh my god, is that all I had to do? I remember bashing my head against this. I'm gonna be pissed if that's all I had to do. I'm gonna be quite mad at myself. I'm gonna be really mad. I'll fire myself, that's what I'll do. This lazy guy with his broken webcam. It's done. I need to get to the point where... So finish shell, meditation success. Okay, so in here... I think... that is what I have to do. Let's give it a try. I don't have max mana right now. Let's get a stick. You know what? No, let's get a bone out. Bone. Whoop, done. Let's get a done out. Here we go. Bone. Sit down and meditate. It's reacting. So I am meditating. I'm gaining stuff. See, it's not triggering. It's not completing. But the particles and everything are working, so that is good at least. So that means I have to look at this section here, right? Meditation check. That is for, okay, that's for starting to meditate. Let's go further down here. Okay. Infused creation, what the heck is this? Okay, that's the meditation creation counter. So it may not be getting in here. Which, this all looks correct, right? Bone should hit me right in here. And if your current mana, so mana needed for stick. So it would be 10 mana. Actually, it would be bone, right? So that would be... That's 30 mana? I thought it was 15. You know what? I think I did change it. So that is 30 mana. So we'll go past the stick here. So if this is a bone... So, new wand tool name. Okay, so I kinda... That's a little redundant, but alright. And this is if... Is this if it's 5? Yeah, your meditation counter would have to be 5 at this point. So it could be something in here that's screwing it up. Alright, I'm going to undo this comment here. We are going to make sure that meditation is ticking. So I'm going to get the meditation counter. Alright, let's give this a try. Sit down. Hey, yo, Dur, how's it going? 0, 0, 0. All right. So this is not incrementing at all. But it is getting into here, which is interesting. Very interesting. So something here is being very, very aggressive. Let me do A, B. Let's see before and after. If it's 010101, I'm resetting it. Yep, 0101. Okay, so I am resetting this summer. Good, you? I'm doing pretty good. I can't really complain. I'm here, you know? Doing all right. Doing all right. If this ticker is greater than or equal to 1, which that is fine. Meditation creation ticker, that's fine. Active meditation. I'm getting into there. Kind of getting into here too. Let me look at all instances where I'm making it equal 0. Oh wait, there's something up here. So, meditation active, if you're... Here we go, meditation active, and your current mana is less. Do I have an if statement off this? Shit. That right there. That needs to go. Because it keeps resetting it to 0. 1. Nope. There's still more to it. If meditation's not active, set it to 0. If this... Oh, no. Current mana is greater than... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now, what about up here? That's the initialize. So I don't have to worry about that. And what is this? Oh, right in here. This is another part. This needs to go away as well. I had 2 hard resets in here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Perfect. And you do stop meditating after you complete something. You just and then you'll start meditating again. So let's get a stick. That was 5 seconds. Perfect. And then you stop meditating. There we go. Hey-oh. Oh, let's make sure that it is working correctly. We're going to reload. That's going to force the server to refresh the stuff on the client. I want to make sure it's making a real item and not like a phantom item. Got to make sure everything works. Always good to hear. Rock on. Yeah, it has that Hero's Journey server stuff. Any news on that? Any updates? I'm just waking up. My sleep schedule is booked again. It's the way to do it. Yeah, all right. Looking good. That really wasn't that hard to do. Damn. Thought I wouldn't have time. All right, so that is done. I guess I could start working on the Ritual of Grace and the Ritual of Resonance. Could do that. I guess the big thing is I'd have to get a pattern. You know what? I may actually have a pattern I could use. Let's go into another world. Which one is it? That one. This world. Ooh, this is an old world. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Apply now. Go ahead, do all the remapping. Okay, now it's ready for a reload. The old creative world. My original blueprint. Yeah, there's no such thing as a Thaumic workbench. Keep up, game. Alright. So, these are the ones that I have here. I'm using, I believe, that one. Where's my book? There it is. Yeah, I gotta redo this too. Alright, Ritual of Decay. We're gonna go all the way to the end. So that one, the square edge one's the Ritual of Warding, and then the plus sign. That was the Ritual of Grace, so that's the Ritual of Grace. I guess in this world I could get some magic chalk and place things down. Oh yeah, the Sigil of Grace, that's what it used to be called. That was the old Sigil of Grace anyways. And then this would be the Warding, that one's the Warding. Right, so... do I want the X? Circle with the X, or do I want... I think this is going to be the one for the resonance. And then maybe this one with the X, this could be the Ritual of Containment that I also want to add. So maybe, maybe that. What the hell did I do here? What is this? Oh, the old rustic mana torches. I remember those. Oh, I was making an arrow pointing towards something. Oh, that's right. My taint. The what I was gonna do for the taint. It's like I'm just rediscovering all these clues that I left myself. But that right there, that would be at least the layout for it. Which I think that's, not bad. Alright, let's go back into the other world. That's all I needed from that one. Yeah, smithing test, why not? Alright, so if I'm doing this right, let's look at the Sigil of Grace. I wanted to create a talisman. Where is my... Yeah, I wanted to create a talisman. So that's the warding talisman. I want to create one for the... Well, I guess it would be a talisman of grace. Let me take a look. How am I making these? Did I think ahead with my talismans? Well, I made a folder for it. That's not a good sign. No, okay. I guess I was going to keep everything separate. Alright, so we're going to create a couple new blocks here. Copy, paste, paste. So this is going to be the Talisman of Grace and the Talisman of Resonance. Perfect. Anywhere it says warding, I want it to say grace. And this will be capital grace, capital grace. Perfect. Save. Resonance. Anywhere it says warding, just go ahead and make it resonance. And then make resonance with a capital R. Resonance with a capital R. Okay. Now I need to come down here. Find my talismans. There we go. Copy, paste, paste. It's gonna be Grace. Making all this stuff from scratch. Well, I will be. Paste, paste, and paste. Change it here. Talisman of Grace. Save. This is going to be Resonance. Resonance. Yep, that's right. Alright, paste. Paste. Paste, and down here. There we go. And then I gotta make 3 blocks, we'll register them, and then we can hop back in the game. And play around with these a little bit. Where are the blocks? Utility, talisman, here we go. Copy, paste, paste. So again, this will be Grace. Whoops. Pop in. I think that's it for the block. Yep, that would be it for the block. And then this would be Resonance. All right. Perfect. Now let's register these new blocks and block entities. So talisman, copy, paste, paste. This is going to be Grace, Grace, Resonance, and Resonance. The other talismans are right here. Copy, paste, paste. So this would be Grace. Whoops. Resonance. I will copy that. Okay. GRACE, there we go. Now what I need to do is come on up and we gotta just copy the shapes. Possibly some textures. I'll just deal with the shapes for now. Right, so blocks, talisman, copy, paste. Oh, okay. I will be right back, everyone. Here, I'm gonna do copy, paste, paste. Be right back. I'll at least start the game so it looks like I'm doing something. There we go. We'll just start. Be right back. All right, everyone, I am back. Here, now we could close this out. Tricked ya. we're not ready for that yet. All right, bam. I need to rebuild. And we need to look at the Ritual of Grace. I believe I need custom textures here. Yeah, there's gonna be a, in Block's Talisman, there's gonna be a Talisman of Grace array. So in here, Blocks, Talisman, copy, paste, paste. This will be Grace. Bam. And then this one will be Resonance. Still not sure what the Resonance is going to do. We're gonna change the colors here. So we'll do a color, flip, rotate. We will give it the green because the Grace is healing. And then for Resonance, we will give it maybe a blue or a purple here. We'll give it blue. Perfect. Don't save. Alright, now I can build and we can hop back in. I could at least pull these out via admin. Smithing test. Now we can actually, I can link these up to the rituals as well. I'll do that next once I make sure that these things are valid. And then we could place a couple admin versions down that never go away. And actually work on the effects, what they do. So in here, we should have new talismans. We do have 2 more blocks. So that's the Talisman of Warding. I might as well grab that. There's our Talisman of Resonance. Come on, don't make me search for it. Oh, apparently Talisman of Grace is not happy. I probably misspelled it. So let's take a quick look at that. This would be the shape having an issue. Shapes. Talisman of Gace. That would do it. There we go. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and localize these. Paste, paste, right? So this would be GRACE. This would be RESONANCE. Resonance, resonance. Grace and Grace. There we go. And then I might as well copy and paste this. Grace, so then this would be Resonance, right? Because I may end up displaying different things. I prefer to have things, like, separated out. Yeah, see, like that bottom part, this is not going to exist, and neither is this. Alright, let's hop back in. Now everything should be good. I'll place them down, and then we will go into the rituals and change the rituals. And I'll actually make the base methods that I will need when I actually do the Ritual of Resonance. It requires me to do some grid counting. Apparently, still an issue with that. Well, that one looks alright. That one, not so much. So we're gonna save and leave the world. Take one more look here. Oh, I never changed it. Grace. There we go. That should do it. Let me in. Let's get some water. Ah, delicious. There we go. That's what I would expect to see. The names are localized. Right now, they will all apply the fear effect to entities. Instead, what we need to do is I need to start customizing things now. So, for instance, in here, let's look at block info. And we can get rid of this, right? Go into here, same thing. Oh, get block info. We can get rid of that. So that red message goes away, right? Perfect. Let's link up the rituals to these new blocks. So we're going to go all the way down into the rituals. Here we go, world magic. I'm going to look for warding. Copy it. I'm going to paste it in here. It's not going to be the ritual of warding, though. This will be the ritual of resonance, because that doesn't even have any kind of methods. Now we're going to go down to here. Where is it? Here we go. Spell rituals. Copy. So that's the ritual of grace, and then paste that in here. Scroll up. I need to change this to resonance. And this to resonance as well, along with that. Okay, now what I need to do is take a look at the part where I am creating the new block and just make sure. Okay, so I'm feeding in the method here. This is what I want to do. I'm actually going to copy all of that right there. So under magic experience, it should be all this. In the ritual of grace, we got to change that. Because right now, it just does like an AoE heal. We don't want that. So this, all the way down to here, is going to be gone. Instead, we're going to have this. There we go. So, right, it's going to give you your magic experience, and then we're going to play the effects. We're going to play the lightning sound, and then we're going to create the block in that position. So now I need to go into the transmutation spell. Technically the effect of transmutation in base spell. Right, so pulse. Better yet, I could just look at Talisman of Warding right here. So for the Ritual of Grace, this is going to give the Talisman of Grace. Unstable 2 north. Perfect. And then I get to copy this, paste it out. And this will be resonance. Copy and paste. This should be resonance as well. Right, we got to take in the config. So the ritual should be done. Now I'm going to have to backtrack to the ritual, and I'm going to have to, again, do the block counting. But it will spawn one of these now, depending on your ritual. The next thing to do is actually make this stuff unique. We will put this down first. This will be the easier one. So when you get within range, I want you to start healing. So let's take a look at that block entity. Block entity, Talisman of Grace. Okay, applied buff. I see what I did here. Quixote! Emerged what? It's a vice. Lies, there's no face. Telling you, blame my webcam. This thing is lazy. It's lazy. Lazing on the job. That's what it's doing. So for this apply fear, I actually don't need this method at all. We're not going to be applying fear. What we're actually going to apply is heal. And better yet, I could probably put in apply effect. Make it a little more generic. Then we're gonna hop on in here. So if it's not entity agent, then we're gonna return. So if the target is alive, believe we want to start fresh in here. And actually I want this. I want this whole if statement. And we'll go ahead and paste it in there. And okay, I need to get rid of all of this. And I need to get this, right? Dot current. Would it be health change rate? I think it's just health, right? I think it's just health. That's going to be HP. I've been working on remaking 1996's Elvira by Ambrosia Software. Really? Sounds ambitious. How long you been working on that? Forever. Alright, and really, I guess what I have to... Oh, about a week. I mean, are you making a lot of progress, or do you still have like a month of work to do? There we go. We're gonna look for damage. Maybe it's not damage. Yeah, it would be received damage. This is what I would want to do. Server side only, receive damage. So we're going to pop this in here. Instead of E, right, it's going to be target. And this will heal NPCs as well. This will damage Drifter, Shivers, and Bowtorn. So for the magic type, it's not going to have a magic type. and it's just going to be a regular damage source. And then in here, the type is going to be heal. And I'll just put 1 in there. So let's come over here. Game mode 1. My biscuits. Crazy Lego Man. Oh wait, I sent you a 30-second video on DM showing what I've done so far. Nice. Hoping to have the basic multiplayer arena match up on itch by November 1st. Ooh. So this is gonna be like your Halloween project. Magic Death Orb. Actually, this would be a Death Orb where you get close to it and it heals you. So it's not healing. It ain't doing anything. So if you have behavior health, target receive damage. Oh, duh. I need to restart the game. I changed this method. Let's do that. And we actually need to get rid of this, because I want it to affect everything. It's skipping players specifically. So we're going to gracefully shut down. Well, my B-Day is Halloween, so a present to myself. Those are the best kind of presents. Trust me, when Santa, starts breaking into people's homes, it's my B-Days, my B-Days around there, I'm probably going to have some Christmas project I'm working on. That's my me time. I like being creative. Creativity. Alright, we should hop back in. So I should start getting healed. That or the game's gonna crash. Let's see here. So it sees entity player. We see the damage source here. So what did it not like? Was it type that it didn't like? Damage tier, new damage tier. You know what I could do? Here, I know exactly what I could do with this. We are going to look at heal. So that's for the Ritual of Grace. I should run once. That's that heal. I could look at my spell just to make sure I'm doing this right. So that is going to be Flash Heal. Alright, so new damage source, source unknown. Actually, I should probably do source unknown, then heal. Oh, I probably got too much inside this. Let's go back. Where is it? There it is. Wait, that's not it. There it is. So we'll get rid of that. Oh, source entity? Nope. Source unknown. And then we'll put the type in there as well. As heal. And this should actually be 1F. It's not looking for a whole number. It's going to be looking for a float in there. Can I weasel past this? Can we just continue? No, it's just gonna be mean. Build. That should be all it is. Right there. That's all it is. I built it, yep. I got a couple more minutes. Come on, let's get this healing. And then I can set the rate. It's not going to be an aggressive heal. It's probably, if it's every second, it's going to be like a fractional kind of heal. the idea of these talismans is they make like a safe space. Oh crap, it healed me all right. What a heal. Game mode 2, let's see. Game mode 1. My biscuits. Oh, I'm getting healed right away. Oh, because I'm within range of that one, probably. That's why I was getting double healed. Alright, try this again. Wow. There we go. Tick, 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 tick. Yep. Getting healed. Perfect. Zamana, hey. He came right at the end. I gotta get a rot farm up if I can figure that out. I've been liberating the neighbor's rot so far. Healing no matter what type is always nice. Yeah, this is gonna be like a gentle breeze. But it's gonna affect all living things around it. And you would be happy to know that in the next update, you're gonna have the ritual of decay, and you will be able to turn hay blocks directly into rot. It's not that bad of a ritual. It's not that bad at all. So that is coming. Let's find someone to raid. Alright, who is playing Vintage Story? Who am I following that is playing Vintage Story? We're gonna keep it to someone I'm following. It looks like Perk Cuss is like the only one. You win by default.
What kind of trade?
There we go. Guy is awesome. Always playing on like the bleeding edge. Alright, we're gonna raid old Perk Cuss. Perfect. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Yeah. I've been pounding away at this list. A lot of quality of life stuff coming in the next update. A lot of quality of life stuff. It's gonna be a pretty beefy update. Still got a couple things that we're gonna do, right? Like I still have the Ritual of Grace and Resonance to do. Honestly, I will probably have that stuff done tonight. It's not really gonna be too hard to finish. I did most of the work just now. I gotta start thinking of like Thanksgiving hats. I'm thinking making like a turkey hat that you can like put on your head. You know, get some more holiday hats in here. I already added a couple more Halloween ones. Probably want a couple more Christmas ones. Yeah. What do those two rituals do? I don't know if I have enough time. One heals you. One is either going to replenish mana or lessen the effect of meditation. I think it's going to be the lessening the effect of meditation. The stability cost of meditation, I should say. It'll lessen that. Or maybe it gets rid of it altogether. I'm not sure. It'll be one of those. But the grace will heal you. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Adios. See you later. Bye.